I am Miss Affra-Tighty. I am a drag queen here in London. I'm a charity fundraiser. I've always been not conservative, and I've always been effeminate. I liked brighter colors. I liked pinks and purples and roses, and I enjoyed soft shades, and I've always liked gray because you can match those with anything. But I'd always had that inclination for something brighter, and as you can see, my home is painted in purple. And then one day, a friend of mine, I saw them doing drag, and I thought, that looks great. Got involved with one show, and I went back and I thought, I'm going to do this again. And when I became very independent on my own, and I was making my own money, and I moved out and became very bold. I even went to work in lipstick and eyeliner. And
is a gay black drag queen nurse. I do pretty much the same thing, except I'm a PSW, not a registered nurse.
I wanted to be independent, so the drag gave me that independence. A lot of the fundraising that I do, a lot of other drag queens weren't doing and won't do and don't do. Well, when I first started, I've seen a few other older drag queens and more established drag queens, and the community isn't the same as it is now. It was, drag queens were expected and seen as being fundraisers, leaders in the community. Nowadays, though, it seems that it's I get to make money and I get to do it for me. I'm a fundraising drag queen. I have no intentions of going for profit for myself. It's my way of giving back to the community, giving to God, giving back to others that I know are less fortunate than I. And it also makes awareness. I try to bring people together, but bring people a lot of fun. So my bitchy drag queen bingos are a scream. When I'm raising money for a charity, it is to really help that charity move forward. And to help some child. And when children come up to me and say, thank you for doing this, and give me a hug, Jesus have mercy. I've done it well. And many drag queens have stopped doing a lot of fundraising because they were, at one point, some of them were accused of theft, which they weren't doing. But you have to be able to withstand it, and the tax can be brutal. Now we've got laptop warriors, I think is what they call them, and they go to wreck up somebody else's life. Well, you're not very effective because, one, you don't have much on me. But a lot of my very personal life is not out there. People, even on my Facebook, I don't have my family addressed on there. They message me privately because I've been hacked repeatedly. So I'm maybe a little too cautious, as one of my friends said, but a couple of years ago I had an egg thrown at me, which everybody got this attention. I put it on my Facebook and people were talking about it. I was quite surprised because I remember the time when I was chased by men with bats and nobody said anything. So they pick and choose what it is that gets attention. I thought, is this supposed to be the end? Which then would end my fundraising because this is how I do it. I've never done it out of drag and I'm not about to start now. My friends who are more empathetic and understanding were like, no, you can't stop. It's not because there's so many people in need, there always is. But you need this to help heal you. At one point, I was going to skip the parade. I was exhausted and I thought, well, I can afford to just show up there. Well, then I got asked about this, and you're going to sit in a chair. We've got someplace for you. I'm like, all right. Next thing you know, I saw this chair. I'm sitting in a beautiful red outfit, wearing a lovely headpiece, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just having a great old time. That's what people want to see. I know the work that I'm doing, a lot of people are pleased about it. My grandmother said, your name is the only thing you really own in your life. It's either polishing or it's dust. People like to see something that's polished. Dust. I've never heard anybody say I want to collect dust.